Good morning, guys. Today's Monday and I have decided that I'm going to have a positive attitude, mindset, whatever today, because I am so tired of stressing out and worrying, and I'm so tired of clouding my entire day and my whole entire body and being with all things wedding. So I have decided that if things start sucking and things start like falling through the cracks, that you know what, I'm getting married at the end of the day. If I have to do my own hair and makeup, if I have to do whatever, that's what I'm gonna have to do, because at this point I'm screwed. I have decided to just stay positive today, and hopefully the positive energy that I have will bring in positivity, because I am just so beat. I'm so emotionally drained from stressing out and worrying about this, and I know too many, trust me, if I were not planning my own wedding, I would be so annoyed. I would be so annoyed by any bride or any woman trying to act like her life is just so stressful and so dramatic for planning her wedding. But trust me, until you're in the position, you don't understand. And for any brides who have went through it and I guess succeeded without having to stress out, you are so lucky. My journey, I have hit so many roadblocks. I have run into everything. I am extremely frugal, so maybe that's my biggest problem. I just want to make sure that I'm saving money wherever I can. So that probably is my biggest problem, the fact that I am frugal and I don't want to spend a ton, so I do a ton of research. I've tried finding a bunch of vendors who are not on the bottom, obviously, but people who want to maybe join into the industry, but they're not like a big name yet. I tried using those vendors. I mean, they obviously have a name, and my photographer is probably my biggest vendor that I've used. Well, no, I guess my biggest vendors that I've used were my flowers and my photographer, but otherwise, a lot of vendors that I've been using are ones that are kind of, you know, not starting out, but their name just isn't like those highlighted names out there like on the knot. So I have absolutely no idea where or when I last talked to you guys, or like what I was talking about, I should say, but I've moved locations. I'm now back into my office and I'm getting work done, but I really want to edit a vlog today. I'm thinking about, because I literally stress myself out when I do like one huge vlog. It's more stressful than doing like many shorter vlogs. So you know what, I'm kind of gonna take matters in my own hands and try and catch up a little bit by doing, like, even if I do like 10 vlogs, like just in like 2 days, like what of it. This one needs to go to the bathroom, so I should probably let her go to the bathroom now. So anyway, I've been writing girls again, trying to get a makeup and hair artist again, still trying to really hardcore search. I'm searching through hashtags, I'm doing whatever I can, and unfortunately I have yet to find anyone who has a good price, which is so crazy. I'm so like frustrated, I'm so stressed out. Like I totally get it, like thinking about it, like hairstylists and makeup artists like make a lot of money like per person, and what, like when people have to travel to go to do your hair and makeup at, you know, on site, they're having to take pretty much a whole day off of work, and that makes them lose a little bit of money when it's only a small group like what I have. So a lot of artists are kind of upcharging things because I don't have as many girls. They're kind of upcharging a lot of the stuff, and it sucks. So I'm trying to stay positive still. I still possibly may hear from the original hair and makeup artist. I really don't think I will, but I'm gonna try and stay positive and say, yes, I'm going to hear from her. But I don't know, I'm just so used to being disappointed that that's kind of the mindset I have, which I've got to get out of that. I can't stop like just constantly feeling disappointed, like feeling like I'm always gonna be disappointed. I've got to get out of that mindset, but it's been hard lately. So something that I never really realized before, I didn't realize, like another reason why I kind of shy away from editing my vlogs, or why I kind of put it off, is because a lot of my vlogs is me talking about how stressed out I am and like showing you the raw emotion that goes behind all of this, and it kind of just like, I don't know, it puts me down like in present time. Like I'm editing something that's from October like 3rd. So like even back then, like just watching like over and over just all of the stress and all of the like almost agony I've like gone through is just kind of sad. You know, I don't know, I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared for the constant frustration and stress and struggle of planning this. Like you just kind of assume that things fall together and that this vendor knows this vendor who will get you a discount, and then this happens and then this happens, and that's not how it works. Like you literally have to do everything yourself. And it's not that I can't do the work, it's that it takes a lot of research to make sure that you find the right prices. Like people who have like a really, really large budget, they can just go on the knot.com, find someone and book them. And it's not really, money's not really an issue. And for this, like I can't imagine spending the type of money that a lot of brides spend on their wedding. Like I just can't imagine it. We've already spent more than enough, and it just freaks me out the amount of money people have spent. And like even right now I'm freaking out over like the gifts I give to people, because you're supposed to give gifts at the rehearsal dinner, and then it's like I'm freaking out, what do we get them? And then, you know, you're supposed to tip everyone at the day of, which I've known this whole time, but like I'm freaking out over like, what do I tip them? And I don't know, it's just like, it's unbelievable and bizarre like what goes behind weddings. And while I want this experience and while I'm grateful for the experience, it's really quite sad, you know, what people go through and what they have to go through just to have like a perfect day. Like, I don't know, it's just sad. Again, I know that this is insanely babyish, and I know that it sounds like I'm whining, but you don't really realize like everything you're gonna go through. Like when you get engaged, you're like, yes, and you're just so excited, you're on cloud 9, and then you kind of go through the process and you're like, wow, this really sucks planning a wedding. I honestly cannot stop freaking out right now. Like, I just keep having like major breakdowns because there's so much to do and so much more to pay. It is so scary. You don't realize it's gonna be the investment that it is. I wish I was more educated on how this is, because this investment is just making me sick to my stomach. I booked my DJ a year ago, and now I'm getting told that he's gonna have to have his associate DJ our wedding because I guess some other stuff came up because of Hurricane Matthew. So I'm not gonna have the DJ I had my heart set on. I'm gonna have like his associate, which freaks me out. His associate's probably gonna be really good and everything, but like it still just freaks me out that like people are like changing things. Like everything that I've been like comfortable with like are now changing. I don't have a makeup and hair artist, which is probably one of the most important things for a lot of brides, and I don't have that. I have to get my dress altered. Thankfully I made an appointment this week to get it done. What else is like causing this to be like a huge issue is like I'm having to bottle everything inside, and like I don't have anyone to vent to. Ever since getting like snapped at from that one person on here about like, oh, all you do is complain, or all you do is just whine, or whatever it is, whatever that comment was that I told you guys about months ago, I just feel like I can't talk to you guys, or that I shouldn't do that to you guys. And you know, there's so many times I edit out footage of me like still being a baby that like it makes me sad. I feel like I can't even talk to you guys sometimes, and I don't mean to say like you guys, but it's like I don't want to put you guys through, you know, a boring video of me just whining. And I can't just sit there and just use YouTube and use you guys as like my therapy. You know, there's so much stuff that you guys don't even know that's like going on that I try to just keep everyone out of it. I don't try and bring anyone down with my craziness, and I don't try and, you know, put people in like a sad or somber mood. I'm just so afraid of everything. I really am. I'm terrified of everything. I'm so excited. Okay, so throughout the past 2 weeks, I have found tons of hair people who could do the hair for a really good price, anywhere between like $50 to $60, which actually is a really good price for like bridal hair. And so I just now spoke with someone who she's willing to do our makeup for the same exact price my original hair and makeup artist was offering. So I'm literally freaking out right now. Like I literally could scream at the top of my lungs. I am so excited. Like I probably scared her away because I was so excited. I feel so good right now. I feel so grateful. I feel so confident now. I have another girl who I know was charging a really awesome price for hair. I am gonna go ahead and let my original makeup and hair artist like have first dibs though. Like if I hear back from her today, which she promised me she would do, if I hear back from her today, I am going to book her. However, if I do not hear back from her today, then I am gonna go ahead and book these other two. You know, I did go through a lot of ups and downs with the original girl who I was planning on booking, and so most brides would probably say, you know, screw it, like don't worry about the first one. But like she's so sweet and she's so good at what she does. She's just been extremely busy. She unfortunately hasn't been able to get back to me as quickly as she would like to, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve my business. So I still would be more than happy to use her. I ended up FaceTiming Preston. I feel like I FaceTimed him after I talked to you guys, and he literally is everything to me. Like he is the part of me that keeps me grounded and keeps me sane. Honestly, like he is what keeps me sane. And it's crazy, like to me, how not necessarily forgiving he is, but how kind and warm this man is. Like, this wedding is very expensive and we are paying a good portion of it. And he is kindly and gratefully doing so. He is just, without a question, the greatest thing possible in my life. Like, he is amazing to me. So I just am feeling so good right now that not only are things starting to finally look like they're getting into place, but also I am marrying the greatest man. Like, he has proven day in and day out that he is what keeps me sane, and he is what keeps me grounded, and he is what helps me almost every day. Like, he helps me feel better about life. And that's such a great feeling and such an awesome person to have in my life. And I love him, and he just proves every single day I'm marrying the right guy. He has put up with me the past year and all of this crap I've gone through, and he has been my backbone, and he has been my solid rock. And I feel so grateful right now. I feel so good, and things are finally starting to look up, you guys. Like, I might actually be able to say I'm excited. If this goes through, I can genuinely say for the rest of this process, I am excited. And then my dad, I don't know if I told you guys, but the DJ who I originally booked, he gave us one of his coworkers, or not coworker, one of his associates, I don't know. He gave us someone else that he works with within the company that he's in. He gave us someone else, and it made me really nervous because this other DJ I had never talked to. I don't know anything about him. I've never read reviews on him. I don't know anything about him. And thankfully, this guy is just as good, if not better, than the original guy. Not better, but just as good, I should say, because this guy who we originally had is such a great person. Not just necessarily an amazing DJ, but just as a person. Yeah, I talked to my dad about it. My dad ended up talking to the DJ and getting questions in and all this different stuff that my dad has worries about. And he's like, I feel good. This new DJ is a good guy. Like, we're good. I'm like, okay, so I'm really excited about that. And there's just a lot of things that I'm just pumped. I'm pumped about, I'm happy about, and I'm excited. I can finally pretty much say I'm excited for the wedding. I'm trying to think like other stuff. Like, I talked to him about everything that we owe because I wasn't sure if he knew. And so I cried all morning. I'm like, we owe this much and this much and this much and this much and this much. And he's just like, babe, I've known this whole time. I've already budgeted for that. He goes, babe, like, you're not adding any more stress on me. And I'm like, babe, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm adding stress. I feel like I'm just such a burden and I'm just so expensive and I'm doing this. He goes, we've known for the past year that this is how much it would be. This isn't new. He goes, we haven't paid them yet just because we had time. He goes, but it wasn't because we can't afford it. It's because we just had time to pay them. They didn't have a deadline yet. And I'm like, you are so awesome. He goes, this has already been part of the budget. Like, we already knew this is what we owed. And I'm like, he's just awesome. He's awesome. I love him and he's awesome. And I feel so much better. All right, so things are in motion. Things are moving. I am dark. Hello, here I am. So things are in motion, which makes me feel a lot better. Things are not just stagnant, which things really haven't been stagnant most of this planning process. It has been in motion, but like now I feel like things are really starting to kind of progress a little bit because now things are like finalizing. Like, okay, you're done, see you the day of, you're done, see you the day of, so on and so forth. So I'm feeling a lot better. And just ever since talking to Preston, like, he really just gave me that extra boost of, he's right. Like, I have spent the entire year stressing about the same stuff over and over. And I'm trying to get my bridesmaids together for hair and makeup. I'm talking to them. I don't know, let me know, what did you do? Because I'm kind of at a point where like, I feel awkward. I already felt awkward enough trying to expect these girls to pay for their dresses. Like, it's like, you're gonna buy a dress for my wedding? Like, this isn't your wedding, it's my wedding, but you're gonna buy an expensive dress to wear to my wedding. So that's already a really weird pill to swallow. And then to say, okay, now you need to get hair and makeup done. Like, that just sounds so weird. It's not my cup of tea. I don't like that. I don't like telling my girls they need to be doing these things. I'm so grateful that they're gonna be part of my wedding that, like, why do I want to make them pay all this money? So I am like at a point where like I don't mind if they didn't get hair and makeup done, which I want them to. I want every single one of them to, but like at the same time, I'd be like, if you don't, whatever. But let me know, what did you do with your girls? Did they all get their hair and makeup done? I know it is, you know, a bridesmaid's responsibility. It is the responsibility to get hair and makeup done. It's part of the I'm a bridesmaid package. So just let me know though, is there another way of doing it? I know a lot of of vendors don't want to have like another vendor on site. Like if they're the makeup and hair artist, they want to be the only one there. So I can kind of understand like that totally. Like if you're gonna book me, you better book me for everyone, not just like one. I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad though, like to ask them, yep, get hair and makeup done, you know? You guys, happy Tuesday. So much has happened in the past 24 hours that I am just like, I'm excited to share with them. I think I dropped the remote onto the ground, but I am feeling amazing right now. So a little bit of a backstory and a little bit of an update for you guys. You guys saw me yesterday. I was a hot mess. I was on the roller coaster ride that I'm always on, but I know lately in my vlogs, I've constantly done like the highs and lows, like literally within one day. And for the past, I would say month, I had strictly been on the lows. There really wasn't a lot of like high points to be super excited about, but I need to clean that fish tank because all I hear is it like making noise. Oh, and I need to feed them too. But anyways, I've been on like a crazy roller coaster as you guys have seen, and for a lot of days it was. In one day it was really, really high notes and then really, really low ones. And like I said, the past year, or not year, the past month has been strictly low. There hasn't been a lot of like good, like, I don't know how to put this properly. Good things have happened. However, it's just been a lot of stress and extreme overwhelmingness. Drinking water. It never fails. I don't understand. I don't know what it is about me talking to you guys that makes them thirsty. Anyway, it has been just pretty much stress and just non-stop worry and fear that something's gonna go wrong, or someone's gonna back out, or something's gonna change, or something's just gonna go straight. I got some Starbucks today. But like there's just been constant fear. And I'm not usually a fearful person. I have anxiety, but like I don't usually spend my days in fear. And for this, I've kind of been afraid of messing up, or it being like, I get this one chance. I get one chance to do this right, and I've just worried it won't be right. I'm gonna mess up. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, this sucks. I don't know. I've just worried about what people thought, and I've learned not to. Like I've totally learned, don't care what people think. Like no matter what, you can't please everyone. So it's kind of gotten to the point of that. But this month has just been like a ton of stress because of we're on crunch time. Like I only have a few weeks left to get this all done right. And so I haven't enjoyed things. I haven't even set up for Halloween. I haven't talked to you guys about Halloween. I haven't listened to Halloween music. I have been so disconnected from the actual real world. I've been so stuck in like the wedding world that I kind of not wasted time, but I spent a lot of time just worrying and stressing and being fearful and not being confident that everything will still work out. And I'm mad at myself for that in a way, because I really should have stayed confident in, you know, my faith. And not my faith, it's not like that was troubled, but I should have really stayed confident in God and that He would absolutely help me with this and help bring things together. And it's great to know that it's working out, it's happening, and it's such a special feeling to have. And so today, to be able to go from a low, like a little backstory, I don't know if I've really like told you guys about, I can't remember what I've even talked to you guys about. That's how crazy my mind is. But I've been really struggling finding the remaining vendors. I have had to be on like a waiting list. I've had to wait for a lot of things. I've had to put a lot of things on pause, not knowing for sure. And that's been really, really a struggle for me. And I'm no good at waiting. I don't like waiting on people. I don't like not knowing. And so that was really the main root and cause of my stress. So I basically haven't known who my remaining vendors would be, and they needed to be booked because I obviously need to have these things on my big day. So without getting into too much detail, there's just been a lot of financial issues with people, and there's just been different things that has really kind of thrown a wrench into the plans and kind of have twisted some things up. And so I got overwhelmed and I've been stressed out, and I have spent the past month really, really stressed. And so today I found out that my vendor is absolutely going to be able to do it. Everything is going to work out solid. It's a go, it's actually happening. And so this was a vendor who I had been freaking out over, I've been stressing out over, I've been worried, I've searched, I have lost sleep searching for a vendor to do this, and I've always had my heart on one, and I finally got the go. I finally get to use this person, and it is such a sigh of relief. I feel relieved. I feel happy. I feel genuinely excited now. I officially got everything done and I just feel happy and at peace, and I feel relieved, and like my stomach has been in knots for a month straight. We're literally twisting and turning and in knots for a month, and now it's gone. Like, that feeling is gone. I'm not afraid. I've been worried about what we are gonna do with the dogs. That has been, for the most part, resolved. We have like A, B, and C plans for that, which is great. Having a backup plan, having different choices feels great. So, that being said, I am going to actually edit my vlog today. I'm going to actually be able to watch that footage and know, you silly, silly girl, everything worked out and there was no need for that stress. But I still want to put those vlogs up, if not for you guys, but for myself. So I can look back and see it, see the struggle I went through, and see how amazing the day still turns out. That being said, I'm stoked. I am pumped, I'm ready. I'm marrying my best friend in a few weeks, and I'm gonna have my favorite girls in the world by my side. I have my mother, who to me and to many, 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 many people is one of the most special and beautiful human beings that so many people have had the pleasure of meeting. And I mean that not because she's my mother, but because she is honest to God special. I get to have this day, and there's surprises that are gonna happen that day that I literally am stoked for. I think so many people are gonna have their breath taken away that day, and I feel like there's gonna be many things that people say, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. So I'm so excited, I'm so ready. I'm so excited to share photos with you guys and show you guys and let you guys see behind the scenes. I'm gonna see if my sister, because she is a bridesmaid, I'm gonna try and see if she can film a lot of the process and just be the whole behind the scenes girl. Do any of y'all have neighbors that literally live probably like 10 houses down and you still can hear them like clear as day speaking? Like, there are neighbors who live that far from us and I can hear their full conversations as if they were standing right outside of my door. Hey guys, so today is Wednesday and I have gotten up and made breakfast. I had to run to my P.O. box and then I ran to Publix and made breakfast, and then I filmed my Ipsy unbagging video for you guys. I updated you guys saying I got hair and makeup done, so that is awesome. That's booked. Today I go to get an alteration on my dress. I get my first alteration done, or my first fitting, or whatever it's called. I honestly have no idea why me saying or me talking to you guys makes them want to drink water. I don't understand. There's gotta be something. There's gotta be some sort of thing I say, hey guys, makes them thirsty. Cause I gotta go do a fitting for my wedding dress. I'm gonna go put on my wedding dress today. I'm actually most excited for that. Good morning, guys. Today is Monday and it has been a crazy weekend. It has been very busy and it's been all over the place. So we ended up babysitting on Friday, hung out here on Friday. We babysat. I didn't get to get a lot of work done because of that, and it was a good time though getting to babysit. We saw his mom on Friday night, which was nice, just for a little bit. She came over, and then when she left, we ended up getting, I think it was Chili's takeout. Yeah, we got Chili's takeout. We ran up to Lowe's because our garage door, a piece had broken off, so we had to fix that. And ever since fixing it, like, the garage works like so quiet and so like perfect. And then Saturday came around and I went to my mom's house. First I went to like Hobby Lobby and to Kohl's to get some stuff, and then I went over to my mom's house and was there for pretty much the whole day. We went over our seating chart, we went over budgets, we went over everything that's completely left for the wedding, just everything that is left and how we're gonna pay for it and all this stuff like that. So we went ahead and wrote everything down and got everything finalized there, and we were gonna go to the flower shop, but then something came up with my sister to where we didn't go to the flower shop to finish paying off the flowers. We ended up going and talking to her, and then we ended up going to Oktoberfest, which is in Orlando. It's like a big old celebration at this German place. So we went to Oktoberfest. I think that was it. And then yesterday was Sunday. So on Sunday, he and I woke up and we went to meet our officiant, who is officially our officiant. We had a lot of trouble booking one because of different reasons. And so we finally got one. And he is such an awesome guy. Like, Preston and I just love him. He is just an awesome human being. And what's really cool is he actually works within Preston's field. So it's just kind of cool, like, how it all intertwines. And we just really had a good time meeting with him. And, you you know, I got to see this new church, which was beautiful. Oh my gosh, this church is gorgeous. It's not new, I just never been there before, and it was, gosh, it was like one of the most beautiful churches I had ever been at. It was stunning. Like, if I had known about it, I probably would have gotten married in that church and then took it over to where we're having our venue, or like our reception. But he was explaining, like, which this kind of gets off topic, but I was having kind of issues knowing I was not getting married inside of a church. And I was just, I don't know, I was having issues with that. I didn't know if it was still, you know, gonna be a religious ceremony and this and that. And, you know, he assured me, he's like, you know, a lot of couples aren't getting married inside the church, but, you know, God's present everywhere. They're present, he's present absolutely everywhere. And so he's still gonna be there for your wedding day. And it just meant so much to hear him say that. So we went to IKEA, and then after IKEA, we went to his dad's house to have lunch, like a dinner, and to see his stepbrother. His stepbrother doesn't live here. He lives in South Florida, where we used to live. He lives there, and so he was up for the weekend. So we went to go see him, and then we came home, and I was exhausted by like 7 o'clock. I was falling asleep at 7. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if my sugar intake was really weird, because we did eat a donut in the dayside, and I haven't had a donut in forever. And I don't know if like my sugar was high. I don't know. I was exhausted by 7 o'clock. Now it is right now. Today I have a fitting at 5 o'clock to see how it's coming along and to make sure it's all coming together nicely. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited. So we'll see. I don't know. I actually just got back from my fitting, and I ended up feeling a little bit faint, like very faint. Yeah, so I ended up feeling a little bit faint while I was there, and I have only felt that way one other time in my life, and I actually did faint that other time in my life. And there's different factors, I guess, that can kind of go into it. So I was at that fitting for like a solid maybe 45 minutes that I was standing, and I was like standing still and like in place and not really moving a lot. And so I ended up finding out that it was probably because my legs were locked. In fact, I know my legs were definitely locked. And then also the corset might have been a little bit too tight. You know, now I definitely know, make sure I don't lock my legs, and also try and like breathe out when I'm having my corset done. That way I have enough room to breathe, because I guess I just probably wasn't breathing properly. And it literally just came out of nowhere. Everything was great. In fact, the last fitting was great. It's just this one I just started to feel a little bit too, I think, tight. So I'm gonna have another fitting. I'm gonna call her because I scheduled one for next week, but I think I'm gonna have another one this week, and get this fitting done again and see how I feel, because if this is going to be too tight, then I'm gonna have to rethink this, because I can't have it to where I'm feeling faint on my wedding day. So I'm gonna have to try and figure things out and make sure that it's not gonna be too tight, because I'm a little bit afraid, thinking that might be the case. So let me know if that happened to you brides. Let me know if you guys ever fainted at your fittings or at your wedding or anything. Just let me know how that went for you guys, because I'm really nervous now. I really think the corset has a lot to do with it, because I've put that dress on so many times. I've had different fittings. I've worn it at the try-on and everything, and I've never had an issue with it before. But now all of a sudden that it's tighter and it's been, you know, made to be a little bit tighter, now it's worrying me that it's gonna be too tight. Good morning, you guys. Today's Tuesday, and I've had kind of like a crazy time since I had my fitting, just because of the whole like fainting issue. It was crazy because I've only fainted one other time in my life, and again, it was when I was standing. So I feel like when I stand, I do lock my knees, and I'm gonna need to be really conscious of not doing that, because that was really crazy yesterday. Like, I just had to get out of my dress, and once I got out of my dress, I was totally fine. I'm gonna try and schedule another appointment. Today I have my flower appointment, but I'm definitely gonna try and schedule another appointment for this week to put on my dress again and get my confidence back, because that really affected me yesterday, thinking, what if that happens on the big day? And like at first I was extremely worried. I'm like, what if something's wrong with me? But the fact that like all it took was me sitting down and getting my dress off for me to feel perfectly 100% again, that I feel just goes to show that I had the dress on too tight and I was locking my legs. Yeah, yesterday I didn't end up getting any sleep. That was the next thing I could have a nightmare over. I haven't been stressed out over anything for the past like couple of days, and this comes up, and if this didn't come up, I would still be doing totally fine, but this comes up, which scared me to death. I just got to get back in that dress and get my confidence back and realize I'm not gonna faint the day of. Yeah, he also got his tuxedo yesterday, and it looks so amazing on him. It looks so good. Like, I am just like, I was drooling. He looked so handsome in his tuxedos. All right, you guys, so a little bit of an update. It has been pretty much the whole day since I last talked to you guys. I believe I talked to you guys this morning. I can't even remember. Hopefully I did. So anyway, I ended up working for a little bit, and then I went ahead and had my flower appointment, which my mom is such a rock star. She helped out so much with this entire wedding, but she helped out a ton today and just really just made so much stress and so much like agony literally just like lift off my shoulders, and she's just such a rock star. I love her so much, and today was such a great day. It's always like, if I'm with her during any of the planning, it's always a great day, and I've kind of learned that I need to maybe start going with people to these meetings instead of going alone, and just making sure that I do have someone with me, because it just makes it that much better and it just makes it that much more real. I haven't like had my bridesmaids go with me anywhere. I try to like let everybody avoid meetings and not have to do anything. I tried to let my parents not have to go to everything, just so people can chill, and I kind of put all the pressure on me. But I did realize that they kind of enjoy being there for me, and I certainly enjoy them being there for me. So yeah, today was a really good day. But yeah, we went and did that, and then when we were at the meeting, the florist told us to go to the dollar store because they had some vases that we needed, and it would be cheaper if we just bought our own rather than, you know, renting some from them. So we went ahead and I found 14 of them. I need 24 in total. Found 14 of them, and then my mom found 2 at her local dollar store. So once I get done talking to you guys, I'm actually gonna run to the Dollar Tree and get the remaining that I need. And what else? I think that's basically it. I've been in talks with my DJ today. I've been in talks with my day of coordinator. I have to sneeze. There's something going on with like my allergies are like all in my head. Ever since that cold, it has not gone away. Like I don't know, I'm still all weird and I'll cough out of nowhere, and I had a little bit of nosebleeds, and I feel like maybe even that has something to do with me feeling faint yesterday. So I did call the alterations place and, you know, asked them if I could have another scheduling with them this week so that I could get inside my dress again and realize that it was just a weird day, and just kind of notice that it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a good day, the day of the wedding, and I don't have to stress about it. Today I don't feel like I'm stressing as much about it. I did stress about it all yesterday after the meeting. Getting a sleep, I woke up this morning at like 6 a.m. and did not go back to bed. I just started watching Grey's Anatomy. Actually, now that I think about it, it probably even was 5:30 I woke up. So it was probably even like around 5:30 I woke up, watched Grey's Anatomy all the way until about like 8:30, 8:45, and then got up for the day. So that was kind of how my morning went. It was like really, really stressful, and then I stressed out, I'd say a good chunk this morning. I didn't feel very good. I started feeling a little bit better after I talked to her, and knowing I get to see and be in my dress again this week made me feel a lot better. And then tomorrow is my dad's birthday, so we are celebrating my dad tomorrow, so I didn't make any meetings. I let tomorrow just be one day of just nothing, and that's what tomorrow is going to be. Tomorrow is going to be a day of celebrating my dad when I finally get to see him more in the evening time, and then earlier on in the day is going to be a day of just not even worry about the wedding unless I have to respond to emails. But literally it's going to be a day of nothing, and like literally in my head that feels amazing to think like I'm gonna have a day where I don't have to go to a meeting, I don't have to have a phone call with someone about the wedding, I don't have to think of anything wedding, and it feels so amazing to like have that day midweek where I just get to focus on me and not worry about the wedding at all. I'm probably gonna watch Halloween movies. Like right now I'm watching Halloween Town. I'm pretty much gonna quit all things wedding, even like now, just so I can just enjoy the night, enjoy tomorrow, and then I can go back on Thursday to having meetings and emails and all that stuff. Yeah, I was watching Halloween Town. It makes me sad. Like I'm still sad. I don't have anything set up for Halloween. Like it's my favorite time of year, and I literally just like am skipping right over it. I'm not even like thinking about Halloween. I don't know, it makes me so sad. It might also be the weather. It's still really hot here. It's probably gonna be hot on my wedding day, which I was really hoping it wouldn't be, but it probably is going to be hot on my wedding day. That's all that I have to catch you guys up on. I'm gonna go ahead and run to the Dollar Tree and get more of those little vases, and then I am done for the evening. So I guess I do have one more thing wedding related, and then probably I have a couple more emails to do tonight. That way I can make tomorrow completely wedding free. Anyway, I'm gonna run, chat soon.